Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Once again, it is time for the BB19 Robcast, coming at you live, uncut, and unrated from Spreaker Podcast and Robcast Radio. Still alive and kicking, motherfuckers. So without further ado, here is Zombie Little Maniacs, and here we go. Rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What an exciting ending to Big Brother. Everyone thought that they had the fucking Paul winning. I also thought that there's no way that Paul could not win. And guess what? We're not in the studio because the studio fucking went chest deep in water. All of the equipment, all of the autographs, all of the sound, the stuff that goes on the wall, the acoustic tile, even Jennifer Aniston's autograph Metallica, all that stuff is gone. It's gone. It's not gone. It's still there. It's super, super funky. And so underneath water. I was underneath water. Now I can't even open the door to the studio because you all know it was a 25-foot travel trailer. And I converted it into the getaway to put all the equipment and everything in, and it turned into a lake of nastiness. So the only reason that I'll bring this up is because I do have a constant, we do have a constant commitment to you all that we will continually advance and move forward and, get better as far as our programming goes. And however, this has been kind of a small setback, so we're back to square one. We're not back to a $9 smartphone. However, we did lose. Anyway, we're not going to talk about what we lost. We're going to talk about tomorrow and what we have coming, and the blessings that we do have today. Like, let's say that it was a very exciting finale as far as Big Brother goes. It was pretty unpredictable as far as, everyone really thought that Paul was going to win. And I wasn't so sure if Josh did the right thing by taking Paul into the final with him. Now the only way that Paul could have done, I got True Lies kicking in the background. Got True Lies kicking in the background, so we are blessed. We're safe and sound on higher ground. I did get my custom-built motorcycles away from where it flooded, and we almost flooded here where I stand. So it's a blessing right now. I've got my brother's garage set up into a man cave. Got the flat screen in here. I've got my Hurricane. I've got my CR. I've got my nephew's bike here that I'm working on. I've got my sister-in-law's little street bike here. Got my brother's GL 1200, and then I got Sandy, my street bike. So it's kind of cool. I do have things set up here to where I can occupy my brain, and it happens to be raining outside, so I should be at my house tearing out walls and insulation right now, but I'm not, because it's raining, and I didn't necessarily want to get on my on the big street bike, on the zombie chopper, in the rain, only because I've got cotton in my right ear. I can't really feel the right side of my face. Since I rode that bike in the hurricane to get away from the water through the rain, I've had some problems with my ears, and wow, do I sound like a little bitch with the fucking fell off of her bike and skinned her knee, right? Hike your skirt up, zombie. But the point is that I didn't want to ride in the rain. I did ride in a little bit of rain yesterday, and it felt like needles shooting in through my ear. And now my ear's been plugged up for a solid couple weeks. I haven't been able to hear out of it real good, and I don't know what that's all about. More focused on trying to get this rebuild going really good. We did get all the old stuff out and on the curb. And I know you all are like, who gives a motherfuck, dude? We was talking about Paul and Christmas and Josh. And we'll get to that. But because I fucking went from being able to at least plug into a mixing board and letting Flip, our producer, tweak it out. But we had it nice, right, tight, the sound exactly how he wanted it. Flip went on vacation. I fucked with it. And guess what? I got to where I think I recorded 2 or 3 shows that were no sound at all, fucking hours long. And I went back to listening to them, and it sounds like fucking Han Solo. Like, so yeah, we are not having any of that. But to just let you know, we are still advancing and committing. It's not that big of a deal, except for the equipment, because, I mean, the equipment is not the most expensive stuff anyway, right? But we do, get something, like we just, anyway, fuck. Unless, I'm just saying that we will, the building is not that big of a deal. Everything that was in it kind of sucks, because those are all it's basically all brand new things that the studio got for you all to enhance the listening for all you little maniacs. Well, we've got absolutely no notes. Like I said, Big Brother notes from earlier than now either went underwater or they're in a container in storage right now. So we're shooting from the hip. I haven't been able to actually watch the Big Brother. I haven't been able to actually get onto the live feeds, and I can tell you the most motherfucking frustrating thing is trying to watch Big Brother in this situation on my phone, and trying to watch Big Brother on my phone, and it's like watching fucking Kung Fu Theater for one. You got the fucking soundtracks off every motherfucking time, and I haven't even been able to watch the live feeds at all, period. Like, whenever I was watching them once, they're doing interviews, and then whenever maybe it's just me, I'm stupid, but I go to the CBS.com and try to find these fucking interviews, the exit interviews and stuff, and they're nowhere to be found. But they just play sporadically instead of playing the fucking live feeds. So I don't know what's up with that. The Kung Fu Theater shit, dude, it gets on my nerves because of the, trying to, like, catch up with the show so that I can talk to you all about it. That stuff like that gets a little bit frustrating. The fact that even just trying to watch the show last night on my phone, it would just freeze up and shut down, and it's because of everyone trying to watch the finale. So what did you all think about the final 3, the finale? I think that it played out exactly how I didn't expect, because I didn't think ever that they would award the crown to Josh, only because I don't think he definitely didn't play the same fucking game that Paul played. You can't sit there and tell me that Josh played a better Big Brother game than Paul. Josh basically did everything Paul told him to do, along with the rest of the house. Read that how you want, whether you like Paul, whether you don't like Paul, whether you love him or hate him. You've got to admit that between him and Josh, he played Big Brother. Now, Josh is trying to make it look like he held his cards close to him and didn't let everyone know that he was a super fan and that he's wanted to win Big Brother since he was 14. And I think that he got the lesser of two evils card pulled on him. You know what I mean? He got the lesser of two evils card because did people really think that he beat Paul at anything? Because I don't know. I mean, I think that it's a classic case of super bitter jury. And it was proven all the way down to the very last. It's tied. You know what I mean? 4-4, and the fifth one decides who's going to win Big Brother. And I'm sure that production did it that way for a reason, to keep us all on the edge of our seats, right? Pardon me. So yeah, and they put it to where, of course, they put it to where Cody is the final vote, which I like that. I mean, the final vote for Josh to win Big Brother, and there you have it. You know, I think that it would have been a whole different game if that very first temptation had never been taken and Paul had never entered the Big Brother house. Then we would have had Cameron in there instead of Paul. And I like Cameron. I'd like to see more of him. I think that, he didn't even really get a chance to play the game. I think that Cody came out of the gate too strong with doing his own thing instead of listening to Jess. I think everybody did romance up, man. They all showmanced up quickly. So one of the things that I want to call him Ian, that's one of the things that Cameron pointed out, was that he was surprised that everyone showmanced up so quickly. Because he was out of the game, he got to evaluate the game, which pretty cool. At least if you're out, you're able to continue. If you're out early, you're able to continue and, vote along and stuff like that. Maybe even influence the crowd in your favor, depending on how other people have played their game. When it gets down to the voting, that's a tough decision. Whenever you get to the final, the 3-part competition that's going to make you to the final head of household, and it comes down to the nut cutting, Josh wins it. I wonder if Paul won, who he would have brought to the final 3 with him. We'll never know. But that's like Paul was saying that I brought you here because I thought that I could win against you. Well, Josh brought you there. So I don't know exactly how all that's, fucking. And to sit back after this season and to watch your own game and to see how it played out from a outside the Big Brother house perspective is a whole different thing, I'm sure. So, and people are excited, there's nerves, there's everything like that, and lo and behold, man, we end up with a bitter jury that votes for Josh, and Paul's just fucking beside himself over this. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride, right? I'm sorry, Paul. Shit, man, I knew that he had won. We had just on Facebook, and my friend Tanya was like, who do you think's going to win? I put Paul. Whether you like him or not, he's probably going to win. And that's all right, man. He still have a clothing line to attend to, and he still have a band, his own band. So Paul's going to be all right. I think it was more of a step up to the plate and see if you could knock a home run. And I think from a Big Brother perspective, taking his game from playing, being friendship the last year, and this year trying to be a mastermind, it ended up working for him both ways, fellas. And he still didn't win, so what's that got to say? I don't know, man. Maybe stick to rock and roll and designing your clothing. And I think that's the problem is that people like to see him in the Big Brother house, and the Big Brother people inside the house, hey, y'all loved him and y'all went along with him for the whole ride. So, how can you hate on him at the very end? So I wonder how many of those people are going to regret their decision.